Good afternoon, everyone. And I do mean good afternoon. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? Thank you all for making the sacrifice of being inside at this time of the day. But we hope that this will be a time of inspiration and comfort and excitement somehow for you. Mackenzie Jones is joining me today. I'm Judy Fjell, and we're going to have quite a bit of music for you today. The title of this service today, I think, is We're All in This Together. And I know that many of us have had that feeling in these times that, yeah, we might have felt a little divided before, but we are all in this together. So Mackenzie's going to help me with some of the welcome. Please, Mackenzie Jones.
Do we have to do this?
Okay.
As you are welcome here. Visitor, friend, or longtime member, you are welcome here. With little children, or your partner, or alone, we joyfully welcome you here. You are welcome here as believer or doubter, as joiner or loner, you are welcome here. Feeling a part of us or not, full of energy or not, seeking a vision or a rest, you are welcome to join us as you are. We also acknowledge that we are in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish, Nez Perce, Blackfeet, and Anishinaabe people who shared the Helena Valley as hunting grounds. The indigenous story of the Helena Valley began long before the arrival of Europeans. We honor those who walked here before us. We honor the path they have shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. We strive for justice and fair relations with their descendants. We will now do the opening hymn, There Is More Love Somewhere, number 95. Is that correct?
I don't know how many of you here in Helena saw Jamie Stone when he's been here at the Myrna Loy, but that Jamie Stone's version of this really inspired me. I love how he does this. Collected it from the, did we do the, no, we're going to do the shower sliding after this. Collected it from people off the coast of the east coast of this country, so there's more love somewhere. Mackenzie, are you going to sing harmony with me, or are you just going to go out there and... If not, any of you out there could sing harmony with me if you'd like. Okay, here we go. Number 95. There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. Let's sing that again. Brian, this is for you. There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. You've lost hope? There is more hope somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find somewhere there is more love. Somewhere there is more love. Somewhere gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. Each morning, we must hold out the chalice of our being to receive, to carry, and give back. There are more matches somewhere. And Mackenzie's going to lead us in number 440, a responsive reading entitled From the Fragmented World. So if you want to get ready for that. She will be reading the regular part, and you'll be responding with the italicized part. Number 440.
440 in the Singing the Living tradition. From the fragmented world. From the fragmented world of our everyday lives, we gather together in search of wholeness. Many cares and preoccupations, by diverse and selfish aims, are we separated from one another and divided within ourselves. Yet we know that no branch is utterly severed from the tree of life that sustains us all. We cherish our oneness with those around us and countless generations before us. We would hold fast to all of good we inherit, even as we would leave behind us the outworn and the false. We would escape from bondage to the ideas of our day and from the delusions of our own fancy. Let us labor in hope for the dawning of a new day without hatred, violence, and injustice. Let us nurture the growth in our own lives of the love that has shone in the lives of the greatest of men and women, the rays whose lamps still illumine our way. In this spirit we gather. In this spirit we pray. Philip Hewitt.
Now, as must always come to pass, there's a mistake in the order of service. Instead of number 30, Where Are You Standing, which Mackenzie and I will do later, please turn to number 34 in the Open Your Heart songbook. And the song is called I Am Worthy and I Am Loved. And I wrote these lyrics based on a benediction that my friend Sean Parker Dennison used to give when he was a minister at the South Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship south of Salt Lake. And when I heard it, I thought, oh, this is a song. Number 34. Number 34. I am worthy and I am loved. I am worthy and I am loved. Knowing this I know, I can make a difference. And and we can make a difference. All my heart and soul and mind, all your heart and your soul and your mind are welcome here, so all draw near. We can make a difference, and I can make a difference. The ones who have come before, all the living and those yet to be, are giving us hope, are giving us faith that we can make a difference, and I can make a difference. We are worthy and we are loved. We are worthy and we are loved. Knowing this we know, we will make a difference, and I will make a difference. So thank you for your gifts this day and for all the gifts of action that make this community possible. If you're visiting, please remain our guest. Your presence is your gift to us. On this Sunday, we're not sure who all it's going to, unless, Marianne, do you know who? Is there a special place that this?
That's an artifact from pre-COVID times.
An artifact from pre-COVID times is showing up in our order of service today.
We have plates if you want to pass them.
Yes, but we would like to pass the plates, and some of you have been giving through Venmo in various ways. So, Mackenzie, would you help? Thank you, Cheryl. So we're going to do a little bit different thing about the story for all ages today. When I chose this title for today, One of Us Can Make a Difference, I thought I've got to find that fable from China about the person who went first to heaven and then to hell, and there was only one difference? How many of you are familiar with this story? Yeah, Marianne is. Marianne, you've taught kids. You know this story. Anyway, I emailed my friend Nancy Schimmel, and I asked her a story about cooperation, and particularly maybe this Chinese fable. And she said, here's a story about cooperation. You probably already know it, but it's not the story I told when a teacher asked for a story about cooperation. So first of all, here's the heaven and hell fable from China. A long time ago, there was a man who had a good heart. Because of this, he was granted his greatest wish. He wished to see heaven and hell before he died. First, he was taken to hell. What a strange place it was. It looked like a big restaurant with big tables covered with delicious food. There were steaming platters of spring rolls, pork, chicken, shrimp, rice, but nobody was eating any of this good food. The people in hell sat around the tables holding chopsticks that were so long they reached to the middle of the tables, but they couldn't bring the food from the plates to their mouths. Then he was taken to heaven. Heaven looked just like hell, with round tables covered with wonderful food and people holding super long chopsticks. But here, everyone was eating happily and laughing together. The man looked and wondered. Then he understood the true difference between heaven and hell. Can you guess what it is? Can you tell the person beside you? So this is the story, however, that Nancy told to her children that she was supposed to deliver a story about cooperation. Here's her story. My dog Molly loves to jump. She has long legs, and she doesn't jump, she just makes pirouettes in the air. One day she was staying at my friend Chris's house. Chris has 2 dogs, Mac and Chini. They are not jumpers. Chini is the same age as Molly, but she has short legs. Mac is much older. Chris had to go to the store, and she didn't know if Molly would pee somewhere she shouldn't, so she put her in a crate with a latch that Molly couldn't reach. When Chris came home, Mac, Chini, and Molly all greeted her at the door, tails wagging. When she brought the groceries into the kitchen, she saw what had happened. Mac and Chini had pawed on the latch and let Molly out of the crate. Molly had jumped up on the kitchen counter and pushed the bag of dog treats onto the floor, and all the dogs had treats. So we're going to sing a song called One of Us Can Make a Difference. And Katie's been working a little bit with some of the young people here to demonstrate that one of us can make a difference, even if it's a dog that can jump up on the counter. And Harrison's going to join Mackenzie and me in singing here. Well, don't go over too far because of the way the camera is. Mackenzie, why don't you come over on this side? We'll go right here. Yeah. Be right there in the middle. Katie, would you like to explain a little bit about what's happening with the... No. Okay, here we are.
This is a little improv. We've just barely practiced.
Come on. Here it is. You ready?
Let's do this.
One of us can make a difference. Two of us form a committee. Three of us start a movement, and the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving thoughts and positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change, change, change. One of us can make a difference. Two of us form a committee. Three of us start a movement, and the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving thoughts and positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change, change, change. I see some of you are singing along. We'll do it one more time. Please join us. 2, 3. One of us can make a difference. Two of us form a committee. Three of us start a movement, and the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving thoughts and positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change, change, change. And I know that our UU youth are not strangers to action in the streets. So when Katie brought this idea last week, I guess it was, the kids all knew what to do about making signs, and they're all ready for the march. Oh, we missed Liam and Viv. Can we sing it one more time with you up here? Quick. Two of our activists just showed up. You ready, Liam? One of us can make a difference. Two of us form a committee. Sing it out. Three of us start a movement, and the world is bound to change. 1, 2, 3. Loving thoughts and positive actions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the world is bound to change. Thank you. You're right. Good thing Mackenzie's here. I wouldn't remember what order things are in. You know, having this down at the bottom of page 1 threw me just a little bit, but we're going to do the song, Where Are You Standing?, which I wrote in Oregon. Actually, I was in California. I wrote it for my Oregon friends who were having a difficult time. My Oregon friends who were having a difficult time because there was an organization in Oregon called the Oregon Citizens Alliance. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But what they were doing was trying to prevent gay, lesbian, queer people from having their rights. And they've been at it a long time in the state of Oregon. I was living in California where things were much more hunky-dory. So I wrote this song for my friends in Oregon. And I think this is the first one that Mackenzie and I jumped in and sang together. So it's in your Open Your Heart songbook, number 30. And you can sing along with us. I can hear the words a rumbling, destruction is upon us. I can hear the people whisper, the signs are everywhere. And there's an air of fear and sadness to so many conversations. There are questions that linger, there are questions that haunt us, there are questions in our lives. On the side of fear, do you hold your heart to others when differences appear between you? Where are you standing? Do you shout so only you can hear, or do you listen to the beat of the world? Oh, I knocked upon your door. No, you did not answer. You looked from behind your curtain, and then you turned away. Did you do that to me, or did you do that to Jesus? I hope this question lingers. I hope this question haunts you. This question in your life. Where are you? Where are you standing? Are you standing on the side of fear? Do you close your heart to others when differences appear between you? Where are you standing? Do you shout so only you can hear, or do you listen to the beat of the world? And you knocked upon my door, and neither did I answer. I did not clothe or feed you, but I could not turn away. Did I do that to you? Would I have done that to Jesus? Oh, this question lingers. Oh, this question haunts me. This question in my life. Here we go. Where are you standing? Are you standing on the side of fear? Do you close your heart to others when differences appear between you? Where are you standing? Do you shout so only you can hear, or do you listen to the beat of the world? Well, the warning bells are sounding. They say you do not trust the others. I close my ears to your cries. You shut your eyes to mine. And if no one makes a move, are we destined to be statues with only the past to linger, only the past to haunt us, only the past instead of life? Where are you standing? Are you standing on the side of fear? Do you close your heart to
the shadow of death I will not fear, and maybe God knows why.
Or maybe it's just that love has put her hand upon my shoulder. I pray that love will linger. I hope that love will haunt me. I pray for love in all of our lives.
Where are you standing? Are you standing on the side of fear? Do you close your heart to others when differences appear between you? Where are you standing? Do you shout so long that you can hear? Or do you listen to the beat of the world?
Are you listening to the beat of the real world? Are you living for the future of this world? Oh, Liam and Viv, we're so glad you're here. We have such a musical bunch of children in this fellowship now. It's uncanny how many extraordinarily gifted musical children there are. So I love working with these kids, singing with these kids. This is a special fellowship. I came here probably 12 years ago, and I had been associated with, I was a member of the Bozeman Fellowship, and I had become a Unitarian Universalist while I was on the road in Salt Lake City. And my friends Barbara and Bill Hamilton Hallway were ministers at the South Valley Church. And it somehow came up, did I want to join? And I said, I don't think so. I mean, I'm only here twice a year. And they said, well, that's about as often as some of our members come. So I joined that UU fellowship, and Barbara and Bill have been wonderful role models for a long time. And then I ended up being more involved in Unitarian Universalism, and the reason being that many of my friends say they're spiritual but not religious. But I often say, well, I'm religious but not always spiritual. And the reason being that religare means join, bind together, like ligaments are in our joints. They're what hold us together. And religion, it has its downsides, we know. But when we are together, we're stronger than we are as individuals. And there's comfort and inspiration in being together. So one Sunday, I sat in this pew, one of these pews over here, and our friend George Foster, do you remember George? Was here. I think he actually sat over here. And I saw that he was by himself. And he was clearly upset. And so I think I asked him to come over and sit by Katie and me. And he sat there, and when I talked to him afterwards, he said that his wife, Mary, who had either Alzheimer's or some kind of dementia, had died the night before. And he said it was the first time, that night was the first time that he'd gotten a night's sleep in years. And so here he was with us. And I just felt like I wanted to say to George, you know, you can reach out to us. And I think George knew that, which was why he was here in church that morning. So This is the song I wrote for George, We're All in This Together, and I think that you have lyrics on an insert there. I think I do, but wouldn't hurt to have another. Oh, here's one. This is good. This is a big one, yeah. So I want to thank, are we there? I want to thank.
You're not on mic.
I'm not on mic.
Not at all.
Try this.
No?
I'm just going to give you this.
Check, check.
There you go.
Just need a little time. So I wanted to thank Cole back in the back there. Cole, what's your last name again? Collier. Collier. Cole is here. He's come here because of the Brave Foundation, and we are lucky to have him helping us with streaming our services. So thank you, Cole. And here's the song I wrote for George, so please join in. When that mountain you've climbed so many times before seems a little too high, will you reach out your hand? We're right there beside you. We've got your back. We'll see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. We love you. When that road that you've taken so many times before has given you trouble, every time you open your door, will you call us by name? Stash your pride, shed those tears. We'll see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. There's no sense in going through it all alone. We can lift your burden one hand at a time. May the sound of our voices will see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. When that hope that you felt so many times before just isn't there, no matter how hard you try, well, it happens to all of us. We know how you feel. Life, this is real. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. And we love you. So please join Mackenzie in the responsive reading number 466. Let religion to us be life and joy.
Religion. Let religion be to us life and joy. Let it be a voice of renewing challenge to the best we have and may be. Let it be a call to generous action. Let religion be to us a dissatisfaction with things that are, which bids us serve more eagerly the true and right. Let it be sorrow that opens for us a way of sympathy, understanding, and service to suffering humanity. Let religion be to us the wonder and lure of that which is only partly known and understood. That lives in nature's majesty and beauty, and heart of kindness and of courage. Let religion be to us security and serenity because of its truth and beauty, and because of the enduring worth and power of the loyalties which it engenders. Let it be to us hope and purpose, and a discovering of opportunities to express our best through daily tasks. Religion, uniting us with all that is admirable in human beings everywhere. Holding before our eyes the prospect of better life. Vincent Silliman.
So because of the nature of our worship these days, it's sometimes being online and sometimes off, but it's now both. We're here and we also have it streamed. We are choosing to do the joys and concerns after the streaming has been turned off. So we will do the closing song, we'll extinguish the chalice, and we'll do the closing song, and then the streaming will stop. And we will gather in a circle around the sanctuary, and you can elbow bump or whatever you feel comfortable with, and we will individually introduce ourselves and share our joys and concerns, and then sing Shalom Chavirim, which we acknowledge our Jewish community for today at the beginning of the Rosh Hashanah, Shana Tova today. And then Cheryl will be here to play a wonderful piece for us on piano too. So let's extinguish the chalice, and then we'll do Will You Join Me on This Journey, which I wrote after we put the Open Your Heart songbook together, but many of you know it. So please rise and dance with us while we do it. Okay, go ahead, Mackenzie. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise as you're willing and able. Will you join me on this journey? It gives me strength to take your hand. The road is long. The road is long. Sometimes I'm journey, on this journey, will you join me on this journey? How I need to hear your voice. So many times I can't find the words. I can't find the words. Will you sing to me? Will you sing to me? Your lovely voice. We'll send love. We'll send love to the earth. With the souls of our love and love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. We'll hope justice will roll on down. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. Did you have something to say?
Kitchen says, string it out a bit. They want
Kitchen says string it out a bit. Well, we've got quite a bit more to do, actually. We're just stopping the streaming after this, okay? Will you join me on this journey? It lightens my heart. It lightens my heart when I see you smile, when I see you smile. Sometimes I am discouraged. Sometimes I am discouraged. Will you just look my way? Will you just look my way? Look my way and smile. We'll send love. 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 We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. We'll help just. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. Will you join me on this journey? I want you there. I want you there. There beside me. There beside me. There are times when I will lose my way. There are times when I will lose my way. But you, my friend, but you, my friend, you will guide me. You will guide me. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. We'll help just. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. Here we go now. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. We'll send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. Sing that or join me in the other one. Here we go. We'll send love. We'll send love. Send love. We'll send love on this journey. On this journey. We'll help justice to roll on down to the sea, providing the way on this journey. On this journey. Thank you. So let's gather in a. Oh, announcements. Yeah, Katie, do you have an announcement, or does Marianne, do you have an announcement?
Why do we have to do this?
So we're just getting used to this little bit rearrangement because we wanted to be able to have joys and concerns after the stream ends. So, but we'd like to have the announcements go out to anybody who's joining us virtually. And so one announcement I have is that next week we'll be back to our 11:30 service, and we will have childcare at our 11:30 services. We're also working on getting religious education going for the elementary school students, kids, and so look for that. Next week, we're trying something new, small group ministry. It's actually an adaptation of the Unitarian Universalist small group ministry because there's no homework for you. You can just show up, and we'll have about a 20-minute service with the chalice lighting and a reading and some music that we've prepared, and then we're going to split into small groups.
There won't be any YouTube.
You know what, it will, so here's the plan of how so this is multi-platform now. So multi-platform means that we are trying to include the people who are joining us from a distance, and so we're going to, Cole and I have worked this out, we're going to stream out on YouTube the 20-minute beginning, and then those of us here will split into groups of 6 to 8 people, something in that depending on the numbers, for small conversational circles to share our own feelings and thoughts and get to know each other better. And at the same time, there will be a Zoom circle or more than one breakout room on Zoom. And so if you're joining us from a distance next week, there will be in the announcements that come out on Friday a Zoom link. So we're doing our best here to make everybody be part. And so please join us here or there. And this is a potluck this evening. If you haven't brought anything, don't worry about it. But we'll be going downstairs after the service to share a meal together.
There'll be plenty of food. Thank you, Katie. I can attest to the fact that Katie's doing a great job as the president of our board, of our congregation.